Welcome to INAN's Advocate. INAN's Advocate is a platform for lawyers having less than 5 years of practice to come here and deliver a lecture on the topic of their choice. Today we have with us Advocate Ankita Tiwari. She graduated her law from KC Law College in the year 2023. She is also a founder of a law firm named TNT Law Firm, which is situated in Navi Mumbai. Advocate Ankita Tiwari practices in trial courts of Navi Mumbai, Thane, and the Bombay High Court. She specializes in criminal and family litigation. Today, she is going to speak on role of a lawyer in family law. So, without wasting further time, I would request Advocate Ankita to commence with the lecture. Thank you.
If you hate much, punish much. If you hate little, punish little. If you hate not at all, punish not at all. Only punish as much as you hate. We know the famous words of the famous and very popular jurist, our favorite Jeremy Bentham. Good morning, everyone. Here I stand before you today to deliver a speech on the role of a lawyer in family litigation. Now, as I began my journey under the seniorship and my mom's guidance, who is a very well-known lawyer in the trial court space, she has been in the litigation space for the past 30 years. And I have grown watching her tend to her clients during the day, almost on every other Sunday as well. So when it comes to tending to clients, that is something that we are not taught at length in the law schools, and especially not in internships as well. So when I stand before you here today, I would not want to deliver much about the law and what the PDFs are already available on the internet. So it would not be a lecture on specific laws, but on what and how to put those laws into use. So as I stand before you, I would like to also talk about credibility, ethics, and morals when it comes to the space of litigation as a lawyer. So we lawyers often believe that criminal law is the deadliest sector when it comes to law because lives are at stake, which is true. But when you see that family litigation, if in case you lose a case or if in case you tend to not come to a conclusion in it, the entire family and the lives of maybe 4, 5 or anyone who is involved in that nuclear setup is at stake. And even beyond that, the others who are depending on them, suppose if there is an extended family, the in-laws, and everyone's life is at stake because nobody is happy when it comes to it. And as a lawyer, your job is to ensure that your client gets the best advice, but also that it is worth the time, and it is also for their betterment. So when I say this out of experience, because I will obviously cite case laws that are set laws, but also my own experience and the practical happenings that have been currently. We are not unaware of what is happening around us right now in the society, with family laws being misused and a lot of news being spread, misinformation about alimony and about a lot of other things, suicides taking place, which is very crucial as we are growing as a society and we need to understand the importance of this. So here, which is why I compared criminal law to family law, as lives are at stake in family law as well. And it is our prerogative as lawyers to understand this. I would like to now introduce credibility into it, like I said. So with an example, very recently, one of my clients who comes from a tribal family, a not well-to-do family, she got married at the very tender age of 19, when people do not know what they are getting into. And as soon as she got married, within 2 months, she came back home and she said that she did not want to live with her husband or in her laws because she was being tortured. Now, when we delve deeper into this case, my client told me that she also is pregnant with a baby. Now, here we are talking about 3 lives. The baby, the unborn child who is going to come into the world, will it come into the world without one parent being, would it come into the world with a single parent? This is something that we have to think about as lawyers, and which is why I come again to the betterment of your client as the topic. So here is the advice that I gave to her, and which is I feel which will help her enhance and grow in life, because so she did not have problems with her husband as such, but with her in-laws. So they can live together in a separate household, and they can have visitation rights from her in-laws and his in-laws as well, because this is the nuclear setup that they have to grow. They have to take care of their baby, of the child, and give him due rights that he owns as an unborn child in this world. We all know about it as lawyers, and as we have learned about it all these years in the law school. And she, after 2 months, she came to me, and with a big belly, of course, I congratulated her, and she was very happy. So in this case, I realized that maybe I did not file a case when it came to, we all know about Domestic Violence Act and how it came into effect from 2005, and how many cases have risen after that. And there are also a lot of misinterpreted cases when it comes to DV Act, which is what I'm going to talk on later on. But I decided not to file a DV petition when it came to her, and I decided to let them go for mediation, because there was scope of it, and which is what I want to talk about today, that monetary compensation will come for us as family lawyers, but it will come after credibility. And we do not need to misuse the laws or tackle ethics in a way that our clients are not happy after the judgments are passed. So suppose if my client had gone through the DV Act and she had gotten her due maintenance, which is I'm very sure of, because maintenance is a right of the wife and the unborn child as well. But would she have been happier with that maintenance, or is she happier now with her family supporting her through this crucial time, is what we have to delve upon. Another case that I would like to portray before this very, very respectable platform that I have gotten today, and I'm very grateful to be speaking here today, is about a woman who came to me, and well, she had problems with her in-laws, and maybe they wanted to separate mutually, her husband and her, but they had a child, a 5-year-old child, who did not understand why his parents were separating or who he has to live with. And of course, lawfully the custody rights of the child lie with the mother. And so the husband then filed for a petition of visitation rights. Now visitation rights, under section 21 of the DV Act, is especially for the aggrieved mother. But under section 21 of DV Act, if the husband of the aggrieved wife is filing for a visitation rights application, then it is prima facie denied. But in that case, we tried to sort this out by giving them the visitation rights and writing it down on a stamp paper, because it was in the benefit of the child. The child needed his father's love, his father's affection, and some hours with him at least once in a week. So this is what we have to not deny our clients and think of as a societal growth, and how society needs our role to fit into it. Further, I would also like to talk about custody, adoption, and maintenance. So there is a hospital that tends to the unsound mind people, and people who have lost their way home, and they rehabilitate them. They help them become better with medicinal effects and other additional medicines as well. So in that case, when they find someone on the streets, and they tend to take care of them, and if that person is bearing a child, and if they are about to give birth, because we all know about such criminal cases in which rapes happen to the urchins and to the street people when they are not of the sound mind. And in that case, adoption is a crucial term that has to be taken care of, because when so my client wanted to adopt the child of this lady who was bearing the child, but who did not want to take the custody or take the ownership of the child. And in that case, I think we simplified the matter by giving the child to this couple who would take care of the child and who would help them grow with love and with affection. So such in cases of family law, you have to think emotionally and also be inclined towards your ethics, morals, which is what I wanted to come here and talk about, because sometimes you know the laws, and you know what are the set laws, and we all know that laws are uncertain and they can be molded in whichever way we want them to be. So you have to be careful about what power you're wielding and how you're wielding it. Thank you.
Ankita, thank you very much, and I am really happy that you have touched the human side or the humanity side in which a lawyer has to look to his case. Like the way you said, the way you did not go for a domestic violence. So, this goes to show that yes, we have to earn, we have to have cases, but that doesn't mean in each and every case it is possible.
Right.
So this short and crisp way in which you explain, and especially I think this is a nice thing that you have an outlook at this age when you are just starting your practice. So this actually goes us to give hope that good lawyers are coming from the new generation. So thank you very much. A small token from Hammurabi to you.